Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. So we know Tesla vehicles already give a respectable amount of range, right? You have the long range Model S giving you 402 miles per charge. You have the long range Model 3 giving you 320 miles per charge. And you have the long range Model X giving you 350 miles per charge. Which is pretty good compared to a gas car, which gives you an average of 412 miles per charge, right? But how much range does the average driver really need in order to be satisfied? Will 900 miles do the job? What about 1,300 miles? What would be considered the max range needed for electric cars and truck? Well, let's find out, guys. Before I begin, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's gonna really help grow my channel. Now, when I was doing this analysis, one of the best ways to figure this out is by looking at how long, right, a person is legally allowed to drive in one sitting. Based on the reports, a person can legally drive about 8 hours a day without stopping. And how much range will they travel in that time? Well, they'll travel about 500 miles. If you calculate that they are traveling at an average speed of about 65 miles per hour, then in 8 hours they will be traveling 520 miles. Then after that, they're gonna need to take a break, at least a 30-minute break or something. So a car with 700 miles, let's say, is more than enough for the average person. This article here by Lazy Trip tells us that it's safe for a drive no longer than 8 hours a day, taking breaks at least 15 minutes every 2 hours. It means you can drive safely for 500 miles, not taking into account external factors such as slowing for tolls, traffic, traveling with children, and tiredness. So yeah, 500 miles per day for the average driver is pretty good. So a 600-mile electric vehicle is more than enough. That is more than enough. So 600 miles is gonna allow them to drive 9 hours consistently without stopping. If you have the bladder to do it, because most people gotta stop to use the bathroom or to eat something, it's hard to just drive 9 hours straight. But what about trucks? Well, trucks are mostly used in the commercial business, so truck drivers drive more than the average person, right? Everybody knows this. Legally speaking, they are allowed to drive 11 hours a day, but can only drive 8 hours continually. 8 hours continually. So in other words, driving more than 8 hours without a break is considered to be illegal, and it's also dangerous because the driver is going to get tired, etc. So a truck driver, let's say driving at 65 miles per hour, driving 8 hours a day, 8 hours straight, gives us the same as before, 420 miles. Now, what some truck businesses do is that they put 2 drivers in the cabin, right? So maybe you have a driver that could drive for 7 hours, and the other one takes over and drives for another 7 hours, which is a total of 14 hours. Now the problem is, will they be able to drive 14 hours without using the bathroom? I'm sure some people could probably do it, but most people have to stop at least for 20-30 minutes, even to eat something, They could also bring food with them before they leave, but some people just like to stretch their legs. So in my calculations, a 700-mile truck will be ideal for commercial business. This will really allow them to drive 10 hours straight without any issues. And guess what? With the Tesla new batteries that came out, it's gonna come out officially like in about 3 years. But with the new battery they reveal, all of this is already possible. They already talked about the range increase I already talked about this in the takeaway from battery day video that I made. If you guys want, you could go check it out. But with this new batteries, you're gonna have a Model S with 620 miles of range, a Model 3 with 500 miles of range, and a Model X with 550 miles of range. So it's putting all of those cars in the golden zone, you could say. The golden zone be 500 miles per day, right? Now the Tesla truck says it'll have about 300 to 500 miles of range. So let's say it'll have 500 miles, all right? And let's do the same calculation. Let's put in the new batteries to this 500 miles, which is a 54% increase. That'll bring it up to 770 miles of range. 770 miles. That's more than enough for any truck driver. So Tesla new batteries have already allowed Tesla to reach the golden zone for driving ranges. This is the reason why Battery Day was so important. These new batteries allow Tesla to reach the maximum range a car or a truck really need to have. They don't really need any more than that. That's already more than enough. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you agree with me or disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think a 600-mile car and a 750 mile truck is enough, or do you need more than that? You know, I think the way I look at it is the same as telephones or cell phones, right? Before, battery issues with the phones used to be a big problem because they would last maybe 5-6 hours. But once they got to that 14-hour battery limit, then people didn't really care anymore, because, you know, by the time your phone died or was about to die, it was already night. You were going to sleep, so you were going to charge the phone anyways. So I think the same thing with these vehicles. If you go on a long trip, which people don't do every day, they do it maybe once or twice a year, you could drive for 9 hours without any issues. And most people cannot drive that long without stopping. Some people, they have to stop. So yeah, I think this is more than enough. 600 miles per car, 700 miles or 750 for a truck. It's more than enough. Tesla doesn't need to go above it. They could, because I know they have their autonomous program, right? So you could maybe have a truck that doesn't have those limits of having to stop every 8 hours. They could just drive for a whole day, 24 hours. And for that, you're gonna definitely need a battery that's maybe 1,500 miles or so. But I think Tesla vehicles will want to stop. I don't think they will want to drive for 24 hours straight, you know. You got to think about the wheels, you got to think about powertrain, you got to think about the other components in the car. All right, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have an amazing day today, and stay safe out there, guys.